go ahead and turn to the table of contents, and you should add in number 8 reasons. 8 reasons has taped there because I had planned to do a lesson there and I had already written it up, and then I realized I wanted to do something first before we get to that lesson. So right now we're writing an 8 and reasons to our table of contents. If you haven't written it in, let's go. Every day, every new lesson, there should be something added to the table of contents. Okay. We're going to move on. And we're going to get our page set up. So up here, you can see it says reasons 8. And then I'm going to zoom in for us to see exactly what I wrote in here, because this is my example. So please don't write my example in there. What you should do is write in, after the title and the number, you should write in claim and then a box to put your claim into. And then you can write the part in here below. So the part in here below says pull shortened evidence examples from page 6, boxes and bullets. Okay, so now that we have our claim in here, my claim is Squeaky learns that achieving her goals may not bring you happiness. And I'm going to be flipping back now to my page 6 to see what I wrote in for evidence. I already put my shortened examples of what my evidence was, but you're going to have to think of maybe a shortened example of what your evidence is. So on my page 6, you can see I wrote some of these in here. So I'm just going to transfer these over to my other page now. So talking badly to Gretchen, that's one of them. I'm going to use a different color just so you can see that. Okay, I'm going to grab another one, telling off for teacher. And I designed this so that if you didn't write evidence on page 6 yet, even though you were supposed to, you could hopefully think of these pieces of evidence in your story that are moments where it fits with your claim. Okay? So as I'm writing mine in here, you should be writing yours in on your paper. Because this shouldn't be a part that is a new teaching. This is just, you are already supposed to have evidence. You read this story many times. So in your paper, write evidence from your story that could fit with your claim. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to write in winning the race. Remember, mine all has to do with something that she achieved or that she wanted to achieve. And my last one is refusing to do the maypole dance. All right, so hopefully you've gotten some evidence written in there, at least a few pieces. That way we can actually do this at the same time. So it's sort of a matching type of thing that we're going to be thinking about, as in what pieces of evidence kind of match together. So my claim up here is that she's trying to achieve things or goals, but they really don't bring her happiness. And so I tried to think of things where she was trying to achieve something, as in she's talking badly to Gretchen. She's trying to achieve either like getting rid of them from the sidewalk where they're at, or she's trying to get them away from her brother, but she's trying to accomplish something there. She's focused on herself and not other people. Telling off her teacher, same thing. She's trying to make sure that he doesn't tell her anything about how she shouldn't win the race. She doesn't want to hear it. Winning the race, obvious what she's trying to accomplish there as far as her goals go. Keeping her brother safe, that's obvious what that goal is, and refusing to do the maypole dance. And so that's having to do with that May Day. So over here you can see I put some numbers together as far as I kind of thought about how I might sort these. So looking at the evidence with me, I'm trying to think which ones of these evidence could go together to help me decide what my reason is that fits with it. So talking badly to Gretchen and telling off her teacher. To me, those both seem like they're similar as far as she's telling someone off. She's like, no, and doesn't care that she's being rude. So I'm just going to put a 1 next to them because I think that they're pretty similar. Next, winning the race. I know that's definitely different from those other two, so I'm going to put a 2 next to it because this is a second type of evidence. I'm trying to assign a type to my evidence. Keeping brothers safe. In some ways, I could see it being a 1, but it feels different. It's sort of like an instance where she's being protected. Refusing to do the May pole dance. I would say that's a 1, or I could maybe seeing it be a 3 if she's trying to protect herself. I could actually even see this one up here maybe being a 3. And that's kind of the cool thing is when we look at these and try to assign what they are, we can really decide what's the place I need this evidence. Based upon this, what should I be looking for as far as evidence goes? Probably this type. And that's the 2 type. So right below, I'm going to write in what 1 is as far as types of evidence. So I can keep track of this. Types of evidence. These ones, to me, seems like she is rude to others to protect herself. What about 2? 2 winning the race. To me, it seems like an example where maybe she is achieving something or she is successful in getting what she wants. And then 3, we had already talked about, that's definitely like protecting. So you'll notice now I kind of have my 3 reasons set up. And now when I am looking for evidence, I should be actually looking for evidence that's going to fit with one of those. It's possible I could find a piece of evidence that could fit in any 3 of these categories, and that's great.
Have like every Friday.
All right. Now that we have finished sharing with our partners, and if you're watching the video, you should pause it now to make sure you've written down evidence and put them into types. Now that we've finished writing down these and then decided on the types, the work that you need to do is making sure that you have enough of each type. So for me, I would go back and definitely know I need to find pieces of evidence that are the 2 type, the type where she's actually successful in getting what she wants. So those moments might be where she talks about piano, because I don't remember whether she said that she was good at it or if she just said that Gretchen was amazing. Other times in the book where she's successful, I'm going to have to actually find now. So it might involve reading, Then what I would do is I would record them back here on page 6, because that, again, this is our boxes and bullets page where we're keeping as much evidence as possible. If you've already filled this up, go ahead and go on to the back. I'll forgive you. It's okay. Here, let's try to keep this page clean now that we have these types of evidence, so we can really refer back to this and say, hey, what is my first, second, and third type of evidence? And I'm calling these types of evidence, but really, these are just my reasons. That one, and that one. At this point now, we should be ready to move on to working on our own and finding more evidence. Okay?